Hey Cracked fans, in honor of Rafael Nadal's record-tying 20th major victory, we had our writer Luke Moorhead break down all 20 of those titles, rank them from worst to best using factors such as Rafa's performance, the opponent he was playing, the scale of the moment, and so much more. And now it's time for us to name our top 5 performances from Rafa in a major final, and let me just say, folks, these are 5 of the best performances in tennis history, so without further ado, let's get to Rafa's top 5 performances in a major final. The 2009 Australian Open, Nadal defends Roger Federer 7-5, 3-6, 7-6, 3-6, 6-2. Number 5. Simply put, Nadal should not have won this match. He was coming off of an epic 5-hour, 5-set semifinal against Fernando Verdasco and faced a Roger Federer fresh after his straight-set victory over Andy Roddick. Federer had also won the 2008 US Open and seemed poised to add back-to-back titles to his collection. In the beginning of the match, Nadal seemed to be below his peak level. The problem for Federer was that he could not take advantage of this. He was broken in the opening game of the set, and despite breaking back immediately, was never able to gather enough momentum and lost the first 7-5. That Nadal was able to steal a set while not playing his best tennis proved critical in this match. As the battle went on, Nadal proved to be mentally stronger in the bigger moments and played an exceptional third-set tiebreaker to take a 2-1 lead. Roger Federer wasn't going to go away. He raised his level in the fourth set and seemed to have Nadal on a physical decline, taking the set 6-3. As the final set began, it seemed like Nadal may fade away and Federer would claim his then record-tying 14th major title. In fact, the opposite happened. In the end, Rafa proved too fit and sealed off his victory with a 6-2 fifth set. In one of the most remarkable major victories of Rafa's career, he had finally captured his elusive Australian Open title. Overall, this match gets an 88 out of 100. Though both Federer and Nadal had flashes of brilliance in this match, neither stayed consistent from start to finish. Sure, Nadal hit 50 winners in this one, but he also made 41 unforced errors, the most in any of his major title-winning matches. However, while it was not his best performance statistically, the significance of this moment in tennis's history more than makes up for the gap in play. Federer sought to capture his 14th major title and tie Pete Sampras for the most Grand Slams in men's tennis history. Of course, Rafa was also looking for his first hardcourt major title and to solidify himself as the number 1 player in the world. That Rafa managed to do both things on this occasion makes this match number 5 on our list. The 2005 French Open, Nadal defends Mariano Puerta 6-7, 6-3, 6-1, 7-5. Number 4. As we all know, there's nothing better than the first time. Rafa came into this 2005 Roland Garros final with more momentum than the average 19-year-old. Having just beaten world number 1 Federer in 4 sets in the semifinals, Nadal may have very well been the favorite heading into this match against Argentinian Mariano Puerta. Even after dropping the first set in a breaker, Nadal looked unfazed and managed to run away with the next 2 sets. Things got tense again at 5-4 in the 4th set, where Puerta had 2 set points on his serve to send the match to a deciding 5th. Puerta was a net cord volley away from finishing off the set, yet of course it was Nadal who would go on to break, hold, and then break Puerta's serve again to claim his maiden major title. Nadal finished the match with 45 winners, 26 unforced errors, and made 79% of his first serves. While he would play better in major finals to come, at 19 years of age, what Nadal did was simply remarkable. Overall, this match gets a 91 out of 100. Nadal played at an incredible level in this match. Puerta is no slouch on a clay court, and Nadal seemed to handle him with ease. Add in the fact that Nadal was playing in his first major final and had just come off a victory over world number 1 Federer, and no one would have been surprised to see a letdown in this match. Instead, Nadal dug deep and managed to capture his first of many major titles. The 2008 Wimbledon, Nadal defends Roger Federer 6-4, 6-4, 6-7, 6-7, 9-7. Number 3. Nadal came into the 2008 Wimbledon final with about as much confidence as he could have possibly had. He had defeated Novak Djokovic in the final of the Queen's Club warm-up event and dropped only one set en route to the Wimbledon final. Additionally, Nadal had just annihilated Federer in the French Open final a month earlier, and after falling to Federer in 4 sets in the 2006 Wimbledon final, had managed to push Federer to 5 the year prior. There's a reason many refer to this match as the greatest ever played. Nadal was on his game from the very first point, and it was Federer who blinked first, with Nadal taking the set 6-4. In the second, Federer stormed out to a 4-1 lead, and looked poised to even the match at a set apiece. However, Federer let his foot off the gas, and Nadal managed to both get the break back and even the match at 4-all. Shockingly, Nadal then broke serve for 5-4 and managed to serve out the set to take a 2-sets-to-love lead. What happened next is why so many refer to this match as the greatest of the modern era. After a short rain delay, Federer seemed to find his bearings and was able to take the third set tiebreak to force a fourth. The fourth set was once again a back-and-forth affair that led to a tiebreak. Nadal raced out to a 5-2 lead in that tiebreak and had 2 points on his racket to close out the match. Then, for really one of the only times in Nadal's career, he blinked. He double faulted to bring the breaker to 5-3 and missed a routine backhand to get Federer back on serve. Ultimately, Federer managed to save championship point and earn himself a fourth set. The fifth set was everything fans were hoping for and more. It wasn't until the 15th game of the set that one of these players broke serve. After a Federer approach shot sailed just long, Rafa earned himself a chance to serve for the match. Though Federer would save another championship point, a netted forehand earned Nadal an all-time classic match. Overall, this match gets a 97 out of 100. Nadal hit 60 winners in this match, the most of any of his major titles. He also won 209 points to Federer's 204. The only reason this match isn't higher on the list is because it was actually close. Historically, it is obviously an important match. Nadal beat a peak Federer at his house, Wimbledon. Perhaps most impressively, Nadal's mental strength in this match is what helped him pull through. In the biggest match of his life to that point, he was able to recover from a 2-set lead squander and still find just enough energy to win a match in almost total darkness. The 2020 French Open final, Nadal defends Djokovic 6-love, 6-2, 7-5. Number 2. Rafa's statistics from this victory are, simply put, stunning. He hit 31 winners compared to just 14 unforced errors, converted 7 of his 18 breakpoint chances, and won 58% of the 183 total points played in this match. He also won over 65% of points on both his first and second serves and won 51% of his receiving points, which becomes an even crazier statistic when you remember that he was playing Novak freaking Djokovic in the final. Though not a quantifiable metric, Rafa's performance also clearly passed the eye test. If you have not already done so, go rewatch the third set of this match. Against any other player, Djokovic's level earns him that set. Despite the lopsided overall scoreboard, Djokovic displayed his typical relentlessness from the baseline, and on many occasions had Rafa significantly stretched to the outer thirds of the court. It didn't matter. At times, it seemed all Rafa needed to do was get his racket on the ball, and that ball would magically float its way to some corner on the Djokovic side of the court. Despite 15 plus years of tour action on his body, Rafa continued to display the relentlessly disciplined, overwhelming brand of tennis that has come to define his career. And though his hairline may be in retreat, it remains quite clear that Rafa will not be backing down from the top of the men's tennis game anytime soon. Overall, this battle gets a 98 out of 100. In a match where Djokovic had all of the confidence going into it, Rafa completely took the racket out of his hands. Truth be told, it was an utter beatdown. Even in the third set, when Djokovic made his push, Rafa had the answers. Of course, with this title, Rafa clinched his 13th French Open victory and tied Roger Federer for the all-time lead in men's major singles titles. Even with new Wilson balls being used for the tournament, a new roof on court Philippe Chatrier, and the tournament being pushed back all the way to October, Nadal proved that at full strength, he is still, quite literally, the man to beat at Roland Garros. The 2008 French Open final, Nadal defends Roger Federer 6-1, 6-3, 6-love. Number 1. Much like the 2020 Open final, the 2008 French Open championship match was billed as a clash of the titans. Could Rafael Nadal win his 4th straight Roland Garros title and put himself that much closer to the world number 1 ranking? Or would Roger Federer finally complete his career Grand Slam and beat his biggest rival on his favorite court? Both players got through their draws rather comfortably. Federer had lost only 3 sets the entire tournament, and of course Rafa was yet to drop a set. In fact, Nadal was beating countryman Nicolas Almagro so badly in the quarterfinals that Almagro famously remarked that Nadal would win Roland Garros 40 years in a row. He will be 65 years old, and he will continue to win Roland Garros after the match. Little did Almagro know, he wasn't that far off. This match began about as poorly as it could have for Federer. He was broken in the opening game of the match, and then twice more during the set. He also made 18 unforced errors in the first, and no matter how hard he tried, just could not find a way to break Rafa's rhythm. Yes, the second set was a little bit closer, but it was still all Rafa. He broke Roger for 5-3 in the set, then proceeded to win the next 7 games in a row to clinch his 4th straight Roland Garros title. Nadal's 3rd set victory remains just the 4th time to this date that Federer has lost a 6-love set in his career. Nadal played an utterly flawless match. He hit 46 winners compared to just 7 unforced errors, served at a 75% clip, and converted nearly half of his breakpoint chances. When the match was completed, Nadal had won 92 total points to Federer's 52, the widest point margin in all of Nadal's major title victories. Even as Nadal continues to hand out beatdowns at Roland Garros today, nothing will likely ever come close to what he did to Federer in this match. Overall, he gets an 100. No, this match wasn't the prettiest to watch, but it's because Rafa made it that way. He played as well as I have ever seen anyone play in a major final, and in a Grand Slam championship match, made only 7 unforced errors. Compare that with his 46 winners, and you can see why the gap in total points was so large at the end of this match. To summarize, this was Nadal, the greatest clay court player in the prime of his career, putting forward his peak performance in a Grand Slam major. Simply put, it was unbeatable. Thank you for hearing our thoughts on Rafa's top victories in a major final. Of course, to see the rest of this series, just go subscribe to our Cracked Racquets YouTube channel. Make sure you don't miss any of the action. Of course, to read Luke's extended thoughts on Rafa's performances, go check out our website, crackedrackets.com, or you can just find the article directly in the link to this video. Of course, if you have missed any of our Cracked Racquets content, be sure to go to our website, crackedrackets.com. But with that in mind, we hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you all next time.